Hi, singers. I greet every one of us. This is Foresight to Sagi on the line. I'll be teaching a very, very important topic today. Very important topic. Introduction to the basics of music theory. So today we'll be treating just the introduction to the basics of music theory. So although it's a whole lot, but it's actually a course that is divided into two. We divide the course into two, and we'll be treating the other parts by the next lesson, not the following lesson after this particular lesson, but just according to our calendar, so you can learn, because there are other things that will be coming after this particular course, after this course, so that you can be ready and equipped. So without understanding this course I'm teaching and all of those courses that you'll be following, you will be having issue understanding the advanced music theory. So for today, we are just going to be treating the basics for every beginner to understand. So I'll be breaking it just the way I do. I'll be breaking it in a way you'll be able to understand it and get it, even though you are just hearing it for the very first time. So what is music theory? What exactly is music theory? Music theory is the language or the system we use to write, analyze, or talk about music. So let's look at it this way. For instance, you want to learn a language. Let's say music is a language. Singing is the spoken language. For you to be able to speak that particular language, you need to give yourself to the grammar and to the vocabularies. You have to learn those things. So music theory is just like the grammar and vocabulary you have to learn to understand the language. So when you understand music theory, you will not just sing blindly. You understand the code behind music. You understand how music work. You will understand what make music feel happy, sad, calm, and all of those things. So as a singer, you might want to think, why do I need to learn this thing called music theory? I just want to sing. I just want to sing. What's the essence of all of this music theory, this boring stuff? So first of all, music theory is not boring. It's not boring. It's the way you approach it that matters. And secondly, it's very, very important for singers. Very, very important. That's why I'm here for you, to teach you music theory in your own way. You know, one of the problems you are really facing is that maybe when you go online, or when you are teaching, you are being taught music theory, they approach it in a way that is for singers and also instrumentalists, like everything. Like, so that is why I'm breaking it in a way that you understand it. So music theory will help you along. First of all, we give you musical intelligence so that you don't just sing blindly, but you are so intellectual when it comes to singing. You are not just singing, but you know what you are singing. How that you won't just memorize melodies and all of that, but you understand how they are combined. You understand how they work. And it will help you to be able to learn song faster, because you understand how to sight sing. You know exactly, you already have intelligence on all about the song already, because you understand the theory behind it. So when you are around other singers, other musicians, other music personnel, you are not just somebody that is just away. Like, I remember there was a time in my life whereby I used to think I was good, not until I just came in midst of some singers. They were discussing about some things. I was just lost. I didn't even know what they were saying. Like, what are you people saying? Like, at that particular point, you just feel like you don't know anything again. So understanding music theory makes you be able to collaborate with other singers. In fact, you can sing harmony, you can sing, you know how these things work. It helps your creativity in singing, in music, how that you can even form your own riffs and runs. You know how to combine these things the proper way. You can write song easily. So I remember when I first started writing songs, I have a lot of songs I've written now, but then when I really started writing songs, because I was exposed to some people that are good at writing songs, so I was like, let me write my own song too. So I composed one song, and when I was singing it, it was glorious. Well, I gave it to this particular guy that used to play guitar. Then I don't even know how to play guitar. So I was like, just score this thing, show me how, just play it in your guitar. Let me see how it goes. So when he played it, it was like, which kind of song is this? Everything is just minor, minor, minor. Like the way he explained the song was glorious, but it was musically, can I say, a blunder. Why? Because I don't understand what music theory. Even when I was able to just maneuver my way as a singer, as a vocalist, just get something, just get everything together. It was not right. That's why some of us, after writing songs, we take it to studio or take it to a place where they will promote it and all of that. And in there, they start telling you that this song is, what is this? What is this? Take this thing down. And you are saying, that's how I receive it, that's how I receive it, especially with gospel singers. We're always very good at that. I had it like that, I'm not changing it. If you understand music theory, it will help you to be able to put it right in the best way. So music theory is something that can never be neglected. So to be able to explain music theory, I will be doing this. I'll be bringing a particular song. I want to give us this particular song, one of my favorite songs. Again, the reason why I'm using this song, apart from it being one of my favorite songs, is also because the song was originally sang in my comfortable key. So I'm able to know because I understand what music theory. So even while I love the song, I'm not just emotionally in love with the song alone, but with wisdom. How that I do not just fall in love, but I'm standing in love for the song. So when you are singing songs, even emotion, expression, all of those things, where it is natural, there's still a love behind all of those things, and it's also a music theory. So this particular song, titled "Wonderful Wonder" by Nathaniel Bassey. So I'll be using this particular song to explain to us what music theory actually is. So stay with me.
So, with Jesus joy in our hearts, we welcome you all to GMSL Global,
a free gospel music community where Jesus is our music. Follow us on our home community, which is our WhatsApp channel, through the link shown in the video. Or search GMSL Global on the WhatsApp channel search box and follow us to stay connected with us. We offer free vocal training from beginners to master's class every Monday and Tuesday. Free music fun from beginners to master's class every Wednesday and Thursday. We also have GMSL Day every Saturday on our home community, our WhatsApp channel at GMSL Global. On our YouTube channel, we feature various programs, including Worship Encounter every Friday and Word Encounter every Sunday at 8 p.m. live individually.
Our YouTube channel also hosts all our teaching videos. As our major platform, we encourage you to subscribe now for inspiring content. You can also find us on other social media platforms, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, all under at GMSL Global. Join us and let's make music for Jesus.
Everywhere I go, I see you right there. In our beauty of nation, you shine all around. You are everything, everything is you. Precious Jesus, how wonderful, wonder you are. So this is song. In case you don't know it before, go and download it on either YouTube, Chrome, anywhere. Just search on "Wonderful Wonder" by Nathaniel Bassey. So that's the name of the song, "Wonderful Wonder." And with this song, I'll be explaining to us the whole concept about the basics of music theory. So I love this song because it was originally sung on my key, so on my own convenient key. Apart from the fact that I love it by default, by nature. So to be able to explain music theory for you to understand the right way, I'll be breaking this course into 5 different subtopics. And we are using our project song, "Wonderful Wonder" by Nathaniel Bassey, to explain this whole concept. So first of all, the first aspect is what they call the key signature. The key signature, like I said, the song was sung on my own default convenient key, so which is A flat major. So I'll be talking on key signature, the key of the song, which is for instance, before you even sing as a singer, you should know you should have reached out to the instrumentalist that this is my convenient key, this is that, how to do all of those things, how to improvise, how to do all of those things. So the next one is called the time signature. The time signature. What is time signature? Time signature is all about the beats, the beat of the song, or we can also use many other things. like the pulse of the song, the heartbeat of the song. So that is what time signature is all about. So if you see a song like Wonderful Wonder, you should know there's a beat, there's a pattern. Okay, so that's what they call the time signature. We'll be explaining all of this in depth, but I just want to point out the 5 different things so you can understand, you can have a clue on what we are talking about. Quickly, the third is called the melody and the interval. So first of all, what does melody actually mean? Let me say the song, the plain song. Everywhere I go, I see you right there. That is the melody. Everything about the song, the nature of the song, the natural song. So that's what they call the melody. Then we'll move over to chords and harmony. How that the backing tracks, the when I say backing tracks, what I mean is the support system of the song. How that even though somebody is singing the melody, you can actually make it more beautiful by singing harmony, by harmonizing the song. So that is what that is all about, the chord and the harmony. Then the last one is actually called the expression and dynamics. So this one is very important as well. For instance, if you look at a song like this, you discover that there are different expression, different dynamics at which the song was approached. What it means is that you don't just sing in one pitch throughout the song. You are just singing. Maybe somebody just start a song, you just start shouting from the beginning to the end in just one plain pitch. At times you will be calm. At times you will express yourself. At times you will go up gradually. That's what they call crescendo. At times you come down gradually. That's what they call decrescendo. All of these things, you understand exactly how it is done. You don't just express yourself in a wrong way that you just start crying and you just run out of the beat. You just do it unprofessionally. So it's important to understand this thing in music theory. You sit down and learn it the right way so that by the time you sing, you are able to express your emotions to the crowd. Like it makes them feel like, God, Jesus Christ. So like you are able to get everything done, not just doing it, just trying to get it, but you sit down and learn it the right way. That's why music theory is very important. So now let's go to number 1, key signature. To be able to address this particular topic, we have to break it into 2, key and what signature. Let's leave the signature. Let's undo the key first before we go back to key signature in full. So what is key? What is the key of a song? The key of a song actually is like the home address of the song. For instance, you want to sing, they ask you, what's the key? What's the key of this particular song? You want to sing, you go and meet your instrumentalist and tell the instrumentalist the key you are comfortable at. So that is all you need to understand. That's one thing you need to understand about key in the first place. So what does key really tell you? The first thing key tells you is that it tells you the scale of the particular song. If you know the key, you should know the scale. So I know you'll be asking, what does the scale now have to do with me? For instance, if the key is in key C, you know that the scale is C, D, E, F, G, A, B, and C again. So if it's in our song, the one we are, our project song, Wonderful Wonder by Nathaniel Bassey, the key is actually sang in A flat major. So the key, the scale will be A flat, B flat, C, D flat, E flat, F, G, and A flat again. So now you'll be asking, what does this have to do with me as a singer? I want to just sing. People should leave my life alone. So calm down, just calm down, okay? So the first thing that it will help you to do is that you will now know exactly where there's a natural sound, where there is sharp, where there's flat. Like for our song now, you know that there's 4 flats, okay? And like for if it's in key C, there's nothing like flats. So if you are using A flat, you know that at times there are some places that the song tends to go high and goes down, like when it's flat, kind of go down a little bit, so on and so forth. So it helps you to be able to sing in pitch. So if you understand what this key signature actually is, this key and key signature actually is, you will know how to sing in pitch and all of those things. Very, very important. Very, very important. So that when you are singing in sheet music, for instance, the songs are written and you have not seen the song before in your life, you have never heard it. When you see sharp, you know that are you singing this particular way? That's exactly what it helps you. Like it gives you musical intelligence. So before we move over to key signature in full, let's treat the types of key. The types of key. We have two major types of key. We have the major keys and we have the minor keys. So the major key is what makes the song. Major key, song in major key always sound bright, happy, like joyful, all of those things. That is one thing you can know songs that have key major, like our song Everywhere I Go I See You, right? Like another song, what a beautiful name it is, what a beautiful name it is. So all of these songs, they appear bright. That song was sung naturally in D major, but there's another song sung in D minor, which is Oceans. If you listen to that song at times, you want to cry. I think the first time I heard that song, I literally cried. So those kind of songs, it helps you to reflect. So those songs are what they are the other type of key, which is what the minor keys, called the minor keys. So they sound kind of sad, helps you reflect, like just thinking about the life, thinking about the beautifulness of God, thinking about the beautifulness of nature, and in a sad manner. Okay, so you are singing the song like, you call me out upon the waters, great unknown, if it makes it, and there I found you in the mystery, in ocean deep, my faith will stand. Like you want to cry, especially when it comes to that part where you say, Spirit lead me where my trust is without borders. Let me walk upon waters wherever you would call me. You know some songs like that. So this one, like if you want to, for instance, you're writing a song and you want it to, as a singer, you want to write a song and you want it to sound emotional, you know that you have to go into minor. For instance, you want to sound happy, bright, all of those things, you know it has to go into major. So you see what this thing helps you to do already. So these are the two types of key. But due to time and our major project song is actually in major. Our project song is in major, actually A flat major. So we'll be majorly based on the major key. So I'm sorry. So now what is key signature? Key signature. We have been treating about key. Now let's add the signature to it, just like you sign. Now, very simple. Key signature is just like an approximation or trying to round up something, trying to approximate something, just a signature of the key. You understand? So I'm just trying to make you understand. So at the beginning of a musical staff, right after the clef, there's always a sign of the key signature that tells you the number of sharp or flat in a particular song. So all of this is what they call the key signature. It's just a short sign to tell you that the song have so number of flats, so number of sharp, or natural, no flats, no sharp. So it tells you so that you can prepare your mind, so you can know, for instance, if the key is having A flat, anytime you see A, they don't have to keep writing A all through. As far as you see that A sharp in the beginning or A flat in the beginning or B flat, you know that anytime you see A or B, it's actually in A flat or B flat. So it prepares your mind so you know when to sing high, when to sing low, and all of that. So that is exactly the meaning of key signature, matching the key and the signature together. So it's just a sign to tell you that this is it, to look at it. So when you are reading the music, for instance, you have never heard of the music before in sheet music, you know exactly how to sing it. Why? Because there is a key signature giving you the lines and everything, the way you should sing it. So I really learned about key signature when I was very young, because my mom, she's very much into music, and then they used to have this national choir singing some kind of song together, and she don't have to go for practice. They will just send her the book, and the next thing you carry the book and start singing. I'm like, how is this thing possible? How are you able to know? Like you didn't have to listen to the demo. They just send you the note of it, and you are able to look at the note and sing the song. Like, are you sure you are singing? Are you sure you are singing the right thing? So that was when she started pointing it out to me. Look at it. Look, although I didn't get it very clear then, but at least I knew that there's something like this that can exist. So it helps you that you don't have to necessarily be there. Before you will come to the choir rehearsal, you have known the song just by the notes. You just look at the lyrics and you don't have to listen to it. Just imagine a new song that have not been sung before. You can just compose a song and people know it even before even be sung. Why? Because you understand what music theory. So that is all for key signature. Let's move over to time signature. Now, what is time signature? Time signature is actually a symbol at the beginning of a piece of music that tells you two important things. Number one, how to count the beat in each bar or each measure. Number two, what kind of notes get one beat? What kind of notes? So it is actually the heartbeat or the pulse of a song. It tells you the beat, how to dance to a song, how to clap to a song, how to vibe to a song. So that is what the time signature tells you. So to write time signature is actually like fraction, but it's not a mathematical fraction, but it's actually like fraction. Like you always see 4/4. That is the most common time signature. Like 90% of our gospel music uses 4/4 time signature. So we'll be based on that. We have other time signature. Maybe in our advanced class, I'll be breaking this one down very well. But I will just explain to us briefly what it actually means. So we have the upper 4, and we have the one that is below. So here it is. The 4 above in the upper fraction means we have 4 beats in each bar, or in each measure we have 4 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. It keeps counting. That's the pulse of the song. Then the 4 below in the lower fraction means that the name or the means the nature of this particular note that is in each bar, that is in this particular count. The nature of it is called the quarter note. That's the name of it. So as you know, we have various kind of notes. We have the whole notes, we have the half notes, we have the quarter notes, we have the 8th note, we have the 16th note. So I will be talking more on this some other time, like I said, in the other course. So but let's just focus on this particular 4/4 signature, which is actually the one we are using in this particular our project song, Wonderful Wonder. And like I said before, it's also used in over 90% of the gospel music. So let's just focus on it. So this is exactly what it means, that each bar has this count: 1, 2, 3, 4. The next bar: 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That is the pulse of the song. That's the pulse of that particular music. 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's use our project song to explain this in a better way. So the song Wonderful Wonder is in 100 BPM, which is beats per minute. BPM, when you say BPM in metronome, it means beats per minute. You can go and download any metronome to experiment all of this. So like as I was saying, is in 100 BPM and is in 4/4 count. Summer, winter, then it goes to the next bar again. After spring. So it just keeps counting like that. Like there's this steady count that keeps happening. So understanding time signature helps you to build your internal rhythm. It helps you stay on beat. For instance, you want to come in, you know exactly when to come in. You know exactly, like it's almost not possible for you to go out of the beat. It's almost not possible. Like you have this thing ticking inside of you, like even unconsciously when you are singing, like you know exactly the beat of each song. When time you see a particular song, you're able to identify the time signature for that particular song. And going off beat can be very, very impossible for you. Why? Because you don't just know it by wisdom. You don't just know it because you have listened to a song before, but you know the theory behind it. You have sat down and understand the theory behind it. So let's move over to the next, which is melody and interval. So now, what is melody and interval? Let's undo melody, then we'll go over to interval, and then we'll clash the two together. So melody is actually the song, the normal tune of the song. Everywhere I go, I see you right there. In the beauty of, so that is, like I explained before, that is the melody. Everything about the nature of the song, that is melody. So why do we need to talk about it? So the major thing you need to understand about melody is that there are two ways melody moves. We have the stepwise movement, also have the leapwise movement. How that the stepwise is how that it moves from do to re to mi to fa, do re mi fa sol la ti do ti la sol fa mi re do. So even our song, it kind of moves somehow in the beginning in a stepwise movement, just direct. So leap means it jumps. The meaning of leap means jump. Step, it means you are going gradually from do to re, from you can go to from mi to fa, from re to it does not leap. So at times many songs work on the boat, like uses the boat. So understanding this thing helps you to know where your voice will land and all of those things. So stepwise is when it moves from do to fa, do to mi, from first to third, from do to so, something like that. So it just keep leaping, all of those things. So that's what they call the leapwise movement. So interval talks about how these two moves. The distance between a note and another note. That's what they call the interval. So it is very, very important for your singing. Very, very important. So you can be able to sing, even side sing, even without being helped by an instrument or all of those things. You know exactly where your voice should land, and it makes you sing faster, understand song faster, sing it in the right way, and all of those things. So to understand the interval or the way any song's melody moves, you have to check the soprano notation. Below are the soprano notation for our song, summer, winter, at the spring. So you can check it out. You see the place whereby it moves from one place, from one instead of the way it should move is do re mi fa sol la ti do. It can go back to another note, but it has to be that it does not jump from do to mi. It must move like that. That is when you know that this one is stepwise. Then if it jumps, it means it's what leapwise. So leapwise movement. So that is exactly how you can get it. So just check out the software notation and be able to tell the parts where it is stepwise and the parts where it is leapwise movement. Very, very important. As you understand all of this, by the time we'll be treating the advanced course, the advanced part, because we'll be doing side singing together and the advanced part. So you will not have issue understand this part, because we will not have to talk on this part again. So just have it in head knowledge, even when it's not that too much applicable for now. So let's move over to the next, which is number 4, chords and harmony. So now, what is chord and harmony? To be able to treat this course, let's handle chord first. Let's skip harmony somewhere, and once we are done with chord, we'll go back to harmony and deal with it. So chord is actually the process or phenomenon of playing 2 to 3 notes, 3 notes at a goal at a time. So actually chord is the bed or the foundation the melody rests on. The melody we have been talking about, this is where the melody rests on. It's just like a cake. The melody could be the icing, but the sponge layer that supports those icing is actually the chords. So to form a chord is very, very simple. I will always recommend this. This is the pattern. This is the most popular pattern to get a chord. You take the first note, the particular note you want, the particular chord, note of the chord. You take it, then you skip to the third chord, to the third in the scale. For instance, you are using, let's use our song. Our song is A flat major. So you take the first, in A flat major, we have the scale. We have A flat, we have B flat, we have C, we have D flat, we have A flat, just like that. So you take the first note A flat, then you skip to C, you leave B, you skip to C, then you take the last one, which is then you take the third one, which is the number 5th, first, third, and number 5th, which is A flat, then C, then you leave D and go to E flat. So that's how you can be able to get the chord. That is the chord for A flat major. Then if you want to get for B flat major, you go to B, you skip C, go to D flat. So that is just it. So that's how you get your chord. So what are chord progression? What are chord progression? Chord progression is actually the order at which chords are played in a song. So for instance, let's use our song so that you can understand this very well. Our song Wonderful Wonder, how is it played? You take the first one. Okay, first of all, the pattern at which it is played, that's another reason why I also pick this song, because it also falls in the kind of chord, the kind of way many songs are played. Many songs, so many songs have this particular chord. It's called the 1-5-4-6 progression. 1-5-4-6 progression. A lot of gospel songs have that particular progression. So how do we get this? For instance, the 1 means the first chord, the 5 means the fifth chord, then 4 the fourth chord, and then the sixth chord. So you understand this very well, I'll be using our song, the Wonderful Wonder by Nathaniel Bassey, to explain this very well. So another reason why I picked this song is because it falls on the nature, or let me say the most popular form at which a lot of chords are played. So that's another reason I didn't just pick it. Even while I love this song, like I said, there's still a music theory behind it, so I can be able to explain this part for you. So a lot of gospel music, a lot of even pop and many songs, they are played in 1-5-6-4 progression. 1-5-6-4 progression. So for our song, it's played in 1-5-6-4 progression. So the chord, the first, to understand this, is that the first, when you say 1, will mean the first chord in that particular scale. When we say 5, mean the fifth chord in that particular scale. So the first chord is what? A flat major. The other one is E flat major. Then the other one, which is 1-5-6. So the sixth chord is F minor, and then the last chord is D major. So which is the fourth progression, which is the fourth, D major. So we have it as 1-5-6-4 progression. Let me just explain it using this, my guitar. So to play it on guitar, it's very simple. You start 1-5-6-4, that is the progression. Remember, everywhere I go, I see you right there. In the beauty of nation, you shine all around. You are everything, everything is you. Precious Jesus, a wonderful wonder you are. Oh, 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 oh. It's very, very simple. So you see, the chord is different from the melody that you have to, that in guitar is called figure picking. You are playing every single thing, but these chords, they are just like the guide of the particular song, the layers of the song, creating support, like a foundation or bed for the melody to rest on. So this is all you need to understand about chord. Now let's move over to harmony. What is harmony? So harmony actually happens when a singer, or when two or more singers are singing a song together. Although you can do it alone if you record yourself, then while you are playing the record, you can now sing the harmony, you can now harmonize, sing another part. So what happens, how does it really happen, is that for instance, the lead singer or the main singer is singing the melody, the main song. So understanding chord will help you to be able to sing either the higher octave or the lower octave, the higher note or the lower note. What do I mean by this? You can sing soprano, tenor, all of those things. So for instance, our chord is A flat major. So the full chord is actually, understand the chord will help you to pick either to go up, above, or below. Maybe the chord below and the chord above, you will be able to know the chord below, and then you pick any of those chords and sing it. So that is what melody actually is all about. It helps you to be able to harmonize, sing with other singers. It helps your ear training to be able to know when chord shifts and when chord changes. So understanding harmony really matters. How that you can sing with singers and it comes out beautiful when you and somebody sing. If I just singing the same note, the same soprano, like people are making like almost like noise, but when somebody is singing soprano, that person is singing tenor, alto, like I'm sure you must have seen something like that. So it comes out always beautiful. So that is what harmony actually means. So lastly, let's go over to expression and dynamics, bringing your emotions to life. I love this one very well. How that it's not just enough to be able to sing the right notes. You have to be able to express yourself. This is exactly what differentiates a good singer, that one that knows how to sing, than from a powerful and a wonderful singer. How that it's not just enough to be sound excellent or excellent in your singing, but you have to know how to convey your emotions. So this is exactly what will help you bring these emotions to life in the right way. How that in trying to bring your emotions to life, you don't think of, you don't do something else. So you stay on the right place and you do it professionally. So that's why you need to study this particular parts of music theory. So now, although I'll be teaching this particular course again, I'll be teaching this particular full course. I'll sit down and teach it again, but I want to just talk on it. I will teach it as a full course in our GMSL training calendar. So now, what is dynamics? Dynamics is actually how loud or soft or low you sing a song. For instance, we have different expression of dynamics in music. We have the forte, the mezzo forte, we have the piano, which is soft, the mezzo piano, we have the crescendo, we have the decrescendo, and all of that. So crescendo means singing the song gradually upward, like make it from soft to loud. That's what crescendo means. While the crescendo means bringing it down from high to low. While piano means singing it softly. Forte means singing it loud. Why the mezzo adding to it means accurately, doing it accurately and in the right way. Just doing it in the more accurate manner. So that is what all of these things mean. So don't let those things confuse you. It's actually the music language that actually means, for instance, you are singing, somebody just say, okay, this part, maybe in the sheet music or something like that. They will just tell you the beginning of this song. Like, let's use our song as an example so you can get this in very well. A Wonderful Wonder. In the beginning of the song, they started with what? Piano. So in the beginning. So it started, then it's before it moved over to the chorus, it entered let me say around the pre-chorus, it entered a crescendo that is gradually going high. The chorus, it was forte, that is loud. So around the chorus, it entered mezzo forte. So when it was towards the last part, it now went over to the crescendo, that is gradually go down. That's a lot, the way a lot of songs are sung. Like, you don't just come here and just start singing high. You have to take things gradually. You have to change your, like, if you are just singing, like, I will get bored. Like, gradually I will get bored. So what will make me to, like, every moment, like when I want to get bored, I just see and that soft sound, you just sang, oh my god. Like, the next thing, when I'm kind of getting tired of the soft sound, then you go high and then you start eating it, then we start jumping, and then you enter again, go down, and something, you are just giving us different things, and we can be there for hours and we are enjoying God. So it's not just enough to say the Holy Spirit. You also have to know, you have to, if you really take worship as your life, you need to give yourself to understanding the theory behind it. So that is what dynamics is all about. So why dynamics is actually all about your voice, lowering your voice, louding your voice. There's another one called expression. Expression means is a lot. In fact, dynamics is part of it. We have the breath control, using like what I taught in breathing, in performance, how that you can use your breath to convey your emotion. You can just sing, like your voice will be kind of hairy. At times it can be loud, and that is part of how to express yourself. It's just about expressing yourself, how to deliver a song using just delivering it with your voice and all of that, your emotions with your singing or singing the lyrics. So it also has to do with your tone. At times your tone can be soft, at times your tone and it also has to do with your tempo, the tempo at which you sing the song. With that, you can also convey your emotion. It also has to do with your articulation, how you sing the lyrics, like, God, I love you, Jesus. Everywhere I go, I see you right there. In the beauty of nation, you shine all around. Like, you are just there. Like, people can see it and see the vibes. So that is what expression and dynamics is all about in music theory. So I'll be drawing the curtain here. Lastly, I will recommend you practice our music form on this so you can see this coming to you and you can become it. So thank you everyone. I love you all.